Batman Superman 16, the new initiative of the Infinite Frontier era. So, the thing about this is particularly interesting. So, this is written by Ivan Reis. This is drawn by Ivan Reis. So, obviously, the artwork is going to be phenomenal. But they wanted to instead turn Batman Superman into a multiversal narrative. Instead of it be, if what it looked like to me, instead of being another Batman Superman book, because we have to have multiple Batman books happening at the same time, and Batman has to be everywhere at once, even though that makes no sense, they instead decided to make this a multiverse thing, continuing off of the Infinite Frontier by having two different worlds with two different heroes of Batman and Superman. And even the tagline is two worlds, two heroes, double the danger. And this is written by a writer who I have no knowledge about, but the artwork is by Ivan Reis, so naturally I am interested. Superman in the World of Tomorrow. Superman created by Jerry Siegel. Joe Shuster by special arrangement by the Jerry Siegel family. Welcome, dear reader, for you to the world's first double feature. Two super sensational tales, twice the action, twice the thrills. You can either follow one storyline to the end, then come back for the other, or follow both storylines simultaneously. The choice is yours. Batman and Robin in the World of the Night. Batman, created by Bob Kane with Bill Finder. So they decided to do this a little differently, how they handle it. Instead of it being like this, instead of being like a standard page, panel, they instead decided to treat it like it's a film strip reel, which I actually like. It's actually pretty cool. After escaping from the distant doomed planet all the way to Earth, we've seen this tale a million times already, thank you very much. Young Clark Kent discovered that his alien heritage granted him extraordinary powers. Yeah, we just sent him to the planet where he's basically God, which he vowed to use for good. And so was born the champion of truth, tolerance, and justice, Superman! In the gleaming city of Metropolis, citizens gather to celebrate the latest technological advancement. Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and Jimmy Olsen are there reporting for the Daily Planet. The Omniversa is modern-day Marvel. Oh, God. We're in a world where Marvel is the dominant force here. No! No, I will not give in to this monstrous barbaric actions. I shall resist it at all costs. Yes. A never-ending source of energy that can power all our homes and businesses. Welcome to the stage, the president who made it possible. Then as part of the panel, they decided to go with simultaneous storytelling, and so it's going to be a little difficult how to go about this correctly, because it's going to go crazy. After witnessing the senseless murder of his mother and father in a dingy alleyway, young Bruce Wayne vowed to avenge his parents by dedicating a life to fighting crime, and so was born that weird, dark enemy of evil, the Batman. On the outskirts of Gotham City looms Arkham Asylum, the nightmare's hospice. It's at the criminally insane. Also that place that never ever changes its ways, and pretty much it's advocating that we destroy the whole place. I feel like it could be worse. I'm like, Joker could probably go ahead and gas it and kill 500 people. I'm like, if that was the case, then we would really need help with this. A cafeteria service truck pulls up the front gate, ready to leave the eerie premise. And we see a woman with white hair going ahead and commenting. Don't mean to interrupt your show, but can you buzz us out? Sure thing, doll. Nothing good on this time of night anyway. I definitely don't think that it's going to be gassed or anything by the Joker. That's just stupid. Maybe if James Cherry and the Tyron wrote this. Something wrong with your friend there? Just buzz us out now. Oh, then we come back. Now we get back to the Superman thing because both stories are going on simultaneously. Hey, me! I'm the one who dreamed up the Omni battery. I should be up on that stage. Because you refuse to give me my due, Metropolis, you will suffer the wrath of the unknown wizard. And what is his deal? Oh, no idea, but I'm gonna find out. Jimmy, can you? My camera drone is already up, Miss Lane. So, here's something about Superman's design. So, this sounds all very golden agey about the aesthetic feel I'm getting from it, with Ivan Reis drawing, which is awesome. So, Superman goes ahead and runs into Clark and says, I'm gonna follow the crowds, try to get the human interest angle. Clark Kent vanishes again? I cannot believe that coward is my biggest competition. I can't believe it. But, got any pictures of Superman today, Clark? Mr. Kent's as nice as they come. Nice and competent, and are two different things, Jimmy. And Superman goes ahead in action. So clearly this Lois Lane doesn't know. Hold on. You're the Joker and the Penguin and that you, Jones? You just spoiled the punchline. You should just buzzed us out. And she electrocutes the guard and breaks through, with the Joker laughing. I haven't laughed like that in ages. You couldn't keep it together for a couple more minutes, Joker. Spider Lady, look, in the rearview mirror. This day just keeps getting better and better. Meanwhile, in the Superman timeline, a cower metropolis cower before the staggering genius of Sir. That's enough. Superman! You getting this, Jimmy? You have Mr. White fire me if I wasn't Miss Lane. Good man. Be kind to yourself. Deactivate your robots and surrender. Never. And Superman is like, we're really doing this. And lasers the robot. Back in the Batman universe, take the wheel, Robin. Yes, sir. Yes, take the wheel. I'm leaving it to you, kid, to drive my car, even though you have no license, no training, but I did train you, so therefore, I'm perfect teacher. And the Joker and Spiley goes ahead and hears a thump on the roof of the car, which Batman does a boo. And Spiley screams and almost crashes it as Batman punches through the glass with his, oh god, I'm pretty sure that cut deep into his shoulder. Oh, like if he was going ahead and being pissed off one day and decides to take his anger on an inanimate object, I'm sure Batman is already prepared for like several contingencies to make sure his blood doesn't go out to the point that he would have to amputate it probably, or keep him out for at least half a year. I am definitely not referencing a real life event that happened in WCW or anything. I recognize the bald head anywhere. The unknown wizard is Lex Luthor. I expect a better designed disguise from you. Oh. It wouldn't been a waste for what's on you meddling Superman. It's not a disguise, Miss Lane. It's a statement. I am unrecognized, unknown. That charlatan from Gotham City steals all my ideas. It's not just the Omni battery. Every innovation she's introduced. It's like she somehow has access to my notebooks, to my very mind. You sound insane, Luthor. Ha! There's no such thing as mind control. Isn't that right, Superman who flies from the sky? This is Lois Lane, everybody. The Omni battery isn't a battery at all. It's harvested from organism. You have always had a keen eye for the truth, Lois Lane. Look for the truth. Step away from Miss Lane, Lex. You've always been against me. Hear me, my robots. Keep cretin down. Yeah, that's not gonna end well. Meanwhile, the Batman stuff. Holy, that was amazing, Batman. You think they're all knocked out inside? No, of course they're not knocked out. This is the DC universe, even if it's a different multiverse. If it was any way possible to be anything else, it would probably be like they're all dead by now. And they're alive and shooting. Robin, no problem. I've been practicing. And Robin throws the Robin rings and hits both Penguin and Joker. Where Spiley just screams out with her electric fingers, "Get away from me!" I need you to answer some questions. As Batman subdues her. Meanwhile, in the Superman stuff, Superman breaks through the robotic empire. Here, as Superman just angrily looks at him and says, "Surrender now." And Luthor's like, "Okay." That was quick. Meanwhile, in Gotham's timeline, you're the Spiley, Queen of Metropolis's underworld. Why are you in my city? I'm like, There's no way you could probably set up shop here. This is a Gotham-infested pool. It's not like the Penguin went ahead and moved to Bloodhaven after a war game happened. You remember what happened 2 years ago to the Daily Plan building? It's somehow connected to Arkham Asylum. They're doing things to those inmates. Batman, horrific things. It's Arkham Asylum. They wouldn't be inmates if they weren't horrific to begin with. So, would this Batman support what Joker does in the main timeline? I'm sure you've noticed that our world grows darker and more dangerous by the day, Batman. There's a secret society behind it all, and Arkham's warden is part of it. Hey, Batman, you took down one of them, and I took down 3. I told you I've been practicing. Good work, Robin. Later, when the police return, the inmates to Arkham Asylum, the dynamic duo, are told startling news. The Spider Lady escaped on the way over here. I'm like, we're kind of dumbasses like that. What? Maybe we should track her down because we do have to. But we do go home. Because if we go home, well, I'll have to start my Frio homework. Let's pay a visit to the warden first. Back in Superman's world, well, thank you for saving us, Superman, again. It's what I'm here for, Miss Lane. He much appreciates it, Superman. And you're always the reason I deploy Wayne Enterprises innovations here in Metropolis. We can always count on your support and your protection. Dr. Martha Wayne, the woman of the hour. Martha! Martha! Save Martha! Brucey, dear, it's safe to come out. Oh, are you sure, Mother? Dr. Wayne? Lois Lane, reporter of the Daily Planet. Lex Luthor alleges that you stole some of his ideas for Omni Battery, among other innovations of his. Care to comment? My comment is that a refutable paper like the Planet ought to give less credence to the ravings of a madman. I am not going to give comment on such cretinous ideas, as perhaps I can be of service, Miss Lane. Have we met? Bruce Wayne, Dr. Wayne's son. I'm surprised you don't recognize me from your paper's gossip section. And Superman is easily jealous. Well, I'm off. Hope your camera drone got some socks, good old Jimmy. It sure did, Superman. Meanwhile, in the Batman universe, holy, this is a Warren's office or a museum of horrors. Look at that old rocket ship. I'm going to tap into his computer and see what I can find. Ew, there's a tiny skeleton inside. What do you suppose the S symbol stands for? Oh, I was told it was an alien insignia. Warden? So yeah, it turns out in one timeline, Superman goes ahead and lands in Metropolis, lands on Earth and is alive, but in this one he's clearly been killed. And they show the skeletal remains of the baby. Reggie! I was told he was out of an insignia. Warden? And that spacecraft was a gift from the most generous benefactor. It is a prized possession in my collection of oddities. Yes, my oddities of horror and violence and death. I am utterly enamored with the strange Batman and Robin, which I suppose explains why I took this job. Now I'm sure you're aware that breaking and entering is illegal, and given that you're assisting with our incident earlier, perhaps we can arrange a Batman? Robin? I should not have closed my eyes in monologue for that long. It kind of makes me look like I'm an idiot. And plus, I like this disappearing act. It's annoying. Meanwhile, in Superman's timeline, why don't you visit me at Wayne Estate, Lois? I can call you Lois, can't I? I'll comment on whatever you like. Hey, I'm sure you will, Mr. Wayne. Consider this a standing invitation. If Metropolis ever gets too dull, Clark, watch it, buddy. Oops, apologies. I'm such a klutz sometimes. What'd I miss? Mr. Pennyworth, please escort our party crasher to the proper authorities. Right away, love. Of Alfred, we're in public. Right away, Miss Dr. Lane. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So this Alfred's in a relationship with Dr. Wayne? Oh, that's gotta be awkward. So anyways, he shoves Luthor, and Luthor just says, not so rough. And the offices of Daily Blind, Metropolis' most trusted newspaper. Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and Jimmy Olsen piece together the the day's extraordinary events. Check out these photos of the Omni battery. The part that got damaged? Strange, it almost looks like skin and blood. Lois, Jimmy, I just read through every article we ever printed about the Wayne family. But there are literally hundreds, Clark. How did you? The Waynes are among the Gotham's wealthiest residents. 15 years ago, a tragedy struck. Meanwhile, in the Batman universe, deep in the bowels of Arkham Asylum, the recaptured inmates contemplate their fates. Back behind bars. No fun at all. Hey, just be grateful you're in cell block A, and not one of the poor twins in cell block B. And it ends disastrously, as they're all infected with purple chemicals sprouting all over their skins. And so, let's see, it's only been the first issue of this new era of issue 16, and they've already subsequently gassed the entire facility again. Way to go, Batman! Meanwhile, in Chamber hewn from a living rock of a mountain is the Batcave, hidden headquarters of Batman and Robin. Black coffee for Master Bruce, and hot chocolate for Master Richard. Thank you, Alfred. Thank you for that. I'll take the marshmallows. Marshmallows, Alfred, you're the best. Might I remind you both that Master Richard still has trigonometry homework. I'll get to it soon, promise. Huh. Anyone else experiencing a particularly acute bout of deja vu? Hey, Bruce, you know that rocket ship in the Warren's office? I found out it was part of an estate sale of a childless couple in Kansas. Experts think it might actually be from outer space. It's wild that it even made it to Earth. Meanwhile, in the Superman timeline, when they were mugged in an alleyway, Martha survived, but her husband Thomas didn't. Young Bruce witnessed it all. He's been traumatized ever since, unable to commit to anything. He's held multiple positions in his family organizations, but never lasted more than a couple of months. Maybe he should consider modeling. Maybe. Martha, on the other hand, has devoted her family's considerable resources to make the world a better place. In the last few years, Wayne Enterprises has introduced breakthroughs in medicine, transportation, and with the Omni battery energy. Wow, how does she do it? Lex Luthor claims she steals his ideas. That crackpot? No doubt he is, but what do you know? It's Bruce, as the phone rings. Anyways, back in the other timeline, because judging by the damage of the ship's hull, it was punctured by a crystalline meteoroid at some point during its journey. The lone infant passenger died. An anonymous buyer purchased the rocket ship from the state sale. That must be the benefactor who gifted it to the warden. It's weird, sure, but owning a creepy rocket ship isn't a crime. Perhaps it's time to start a trial dream, Master Richard. But I guess. Oh, don't worry. It could be much worse. You could be shot in the head and be turned into a complete jackass for like a year or so, a year and a half at best, and then get your memory restored by the Joker and his new girlfriend Punchline, and lead to a convoluted plot that makes no sense whatsoever. Oh god, what was the deal thinking? Oh wait, he hates Dick Grayson, got it. Take a look at this. I copied several files from the Warren's computer. This one looks like a flight log. The Warren's been making regular trips to these coordinates. And that's north, way north, like Arctic Circle north. Why would an asylum warden need to visit the Arctic Circle? Let's go homeward. Let's go find out. Woohoo! Trey homework's gonna have to wait, Alfred. Woohoo indeed. Meanwhile, in the Superman timeline, in Gotham City, Lois Lane visits billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne at his family's sprawling mansion. Hello, Bruce. Lois, you made it. My associates Clark Kent and Jimmy Olsen want to come along. Hope you don't mind. Positively delighted. A gorgeous place you got here, Mr. Wayne. It's all very ample. Can you point me to the powder room? Of course. So Lois Lane, being the investigative journalist, goes ahead and does not do that and brings in a camera drone. And then she goes, whoa. Meanwhile, in Batman's timeline, Batman and Robin fly their state-of-the-art aircraft, the Batwing, into the far reaches of the Earth, the Arctic Circle. Oh my god, so shocking. Batman, it's some kind of fortress. Ah, okay. Inside the mysterious fortress, a strange figure observes the dynamic duo's arrival. Master, what should we do? Bury their bodies in the snow. Batman immediately finds them. Well, that plan failed miserably. They stop right there! I can't believe we don't have to break in. They open the doors themselves. I know, right? That kind of overconfidence is a kick in the face. Yeah, it's definitely not going to lead to anything confusing and angry and make you depressed and then contemplate how the hell everything went the way it did. There's a network of caverns underneath the Wayne estate, and what is that down there? Down below? A giant hall of some sort? A tunnel, maybe? So Alfred goes ahead and emerges from the shadows in the Superman timeline. Hey, you shouldn't be here, Miss Lane. Mr. Pennyworth, apologies. I must have got turned around. Then Superman immediately arrives onto the scene. Hey, don't touch her, Superman. You have a knack for suddenly appearing wherever Miss Lane might be. I'm prepared for you. And he transforms into Bane. And as everything starts to go insane. Lois Lane falls out of the tape reel and lands in the Batman taping. And Superman yells out, "Get away from Miss Lane!" Meanwhile, in the Batman stuff, come to find out what they're guarding. Holy Batman, what are we even looking at? I'm not sure if the hole has been burned through reality itself. That somehow I know reality is broken. I've broken it several times. Last week even. And Miss Lane falls through and lands in Batman's universe. Where am I? You're the Spider Lady. Meanwhile, at Earth Zero, yeah, this is where the book kind of lost me a little bit. I kind of didn't want that. I kind of just wanted it to just be a multiversal tale that doesn't involve the main universe. So, yeah, it was a little confusing for me. We're cut to Earth Zero, the Thermosphere. Bruce, we came all the way to here to investigate a malfunction of a Wayne Tech site. Doesn't your company have technicians for this sort of thing? It's not a malfunction, Clark. It's an infestation. I see. An infestation of film strips. No. Ooh, wait. Does it contain rock and roll? No. It's movies. I like if the movie's about rock music. No. This looks like old film, but it isn't film at all. It feels ephemeral. Superman, Batman. For the sacrilege of trespassing upon the archive of worlds, you shall be annihilated. We are the film strippers. A work in progress. Batman and Superman together again for the first time? Wait, what? So, yeah, they're screwed. Just touching the film strip just pisses off the film stripper guys. A work in progress, and no stress. So yeah, this was a beautifully artworked, and honestly it was going great, honestly, until they wanted to bring in Earth Zero, the main DC universe involved for whatever reason. I don't know why. I kind of liked it better when it wasn't that. And the artwork's pretty freaking awesome, and it is interesting that both worlds feel like there's something missing here, but due to the Infinite Frontier stuff, that actually makes it more crazier. But we'll have to see where that goes for the next issue. It looks like it's going to feature wacky insanity and all that craziness. So, yeah, that was a fun read. So, this was Pop Culture Omniversa, Batman Superman 16. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, check out our content in the description below. I'll see you all next time. Stay tuned for more. Peace and take care, everyone.